Welcome back to Get Into the Bag Podcast Season 2, Episode 5. I'm mixed by Ferno on all platforms. This is YYC Hip Hop Daily, and tonight we got WH Calgary in the building. He'll be telling us how he started, what he's got going on, who he's working with, and what he's got coming up in the future. Hit a like, subscribe, comment below on who else you want to see on the show and what you like. And my people, this episode starts right now.
Do you want to start it from Calgary or do you want to start it back from when I was in London?
From the very beginning, like the origin, yeah.
All right, in short, back home when I was in London growing up, I was an artist myself.
Okay, that's
And a lot of the tapes that I put out 4 tapes, but they were all centered around food. So there was the recipe, cookbook, dinner time. So my whole slogan behind everything used to be, who's hungry?
Oh.
Yeah, so that was what I was running with from about 14. I used to say all of my old tracks, you can hear me screaming, who's hungry, who's hungry? So then when I got to Calgary, at the time, there wasn't many other platforms doing what we do back home in the UK.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, cool, what can I do? What can I do to try and bring something different? So then obviously I started WH and I thought, okay, this is going to just be a page to promote Calgary because I want to make sure that's what we're doing. But then once I started to meet some of the artists, I started to get to know some of the artists. It then started to turn into artist development, helping them get their royalties, helping them to make sure they get paid when they're opening up for artists, things like that. So it kind of just broadened itself. So we're just like, WH is just, I want to say, a destination of everything, whether it be any sort of arts, music, culture, anything like that. We want to kind of be the funnel for that here, you know?
That's really cool, man. That's really good to know. So, like, when you came down from London and you got down to Calgary, what was that first step that you took towards building this foundation that you have going on right now?
I just went out.
Just went out, hey?
I went out and said, who raps?
Okay.
Literally, who raps? All right, if you rap, come down. I want to meet you. Here's a camera. I want you to spit 16 on camera.
That's dope.
And literally the first, and this is the thing, I've got all of this documented. It's all there as well. So it's like the first time I told people to come, 5 people turned up.
Okay.
The second time, 15.
Okay.
The third time, 20. The fourth time, 38.
Okay.
And then it started to grow and grow and grow, you feel me?
So you just picked up traction.
Exactly. So just, yeah.
That's great, man. So, like, is there any artists that have, like, popped out and, like, you know, caught your eye that you've been working with lately in the city?
I work with a lot of people, to be fair. Like, obviously, Blackstar, everyone knows I work with Blackstar. It's my guy.
Okay, that's dope.
I've worked with him since 2017, and he's done a hell of a lot of work, and I'm proud of what he's doing. In the city now, Shaq Frost.
Okay.
100%. Very good artist. K-Riz, T-Fanny, the people that you see around me. I do want to work with Main Siaga. Main Siaga?
Yeah, Main Siaga, something like that. Yeah, from Forest Lawn area. Yeah, he's dope.
I want to work with him. There's a few artists. Young Puppy.
Okay, that's dope.
Vaz.
Okay.
Is a hidden treasure.
Is he a hidden treasure?
Yeah. He's dope as hell. But yeah, see, there's a load of artists. One I would have to shout out so he comes back is Noah J.
Noah J, hey?
I don't know if you know who Noah J is.
I've heard of him.
Noah J, and I say this on camera, easy. Noah J is the best lyricist in the city.
Okay, and that's facts.
No one's touching him. No one's touching his pen.
Okay.
110%.
Okay, that might have to be some competition in the city within the rappers. No, there's not, eh?
Not. Noah's that guy. I'll be real with you.
So that's the bar?
To me.
Yeah.
Just to me. I'm not saying that, you know.
You're tuned in, though.
But if I said to write, his pen is different.
Okay.
Super different.
He's got that thing.
Yeah, 100%.
Damn, that's crazy. So, like, in your ways, like, what goes into artist development? So, like, you've been working with a couple of artists and you were an artist yourself. So how do you take that into working with different artists? Like, stuff that you've learned, what does that go into an artist development?
So you got to look at it like this. We're in the generation now of turn up music, turn up, and it's just the sound and everything. But I'm from the era of you need to know what a metaphor is. You need to know what a simile is. You know,
Double entendres,
all
all
of
that
those
type
sort
of
of things. Like I remember going studio one time, and I said, "All right, guys, I need you to write 16. I need you to write 24." And some people didn't know how to write. They knew how to write, but they didn't know a
How to
16 bar
structure it. Okay.
exactly. So that's where I sat down and I was like, "Okay, listen to this. Okay, you hear how they put this here? You hear? Okay, perfect. That's a 16. That's an 8 here. What's this? Is that a metaphor or simile? Okay, cool. You always get these type of beats. Try this type of beat.
Okay.
Let's see if it works with you.
Yeah, change the blueprint up.
Exactly. Let's just see what we can do here because I think everyone's got a certain way of working in Calgary. And because I'm from London, I think that's what gives me the edge because I can turn around and say, hey, try it this way.
That's true. You have a
feel me?
different perspective.
Exactly. So it's like, it's just making sure the artists are open to trying new things, trying different beats, learning how to actually write music properly. It's not always just about just the turn up, or trying to be the super duper lyrical, spiritual miracle stuff. Actually makes sense in what you're saying, you know?
Yeah, definitely. So like, what does WH Calgary got going on right now in the city for like people? Let's say somebody came from Vancouver or Toronto and they kind of seen a little bit, but they don't really know. What do you got going on right now in the city that you want to tell the people about?
All right, so obviously we've got the interviews out. We got 25 done.
Okay, that's dope.
In a short space of time. So, and it's with some relevant artists in the city. So interviews, but we got the season 2 of the interviews coming. Obviously, we have our street heats as well. That's there, but we've also got the UK street heats.
Okay, so you're doing it out in the UK as well?
Oh, of course. We've got
That's
ammo.
crazy.
I'm not silly. I knew exactly what I was doing before I got back. Because I knew, if I'm honest, I knew when I got back, people are going to start doing what they're doing. So I know what I've got planned. Do you understand what I mean? So we've got the street heats, the UK editions, and we've got the Calgary. So what I want to start doing is putting out a Calgary artist, putting out a UK artist, Calgary UK, so you can actually see the mix and blend.
That's dope.
You know? What else is that? So we got the interviews, we got the street heats. We've got music videos as well.
Okay, music video, that's dope.
So we're now branching out. Black Star's video for Sturdy's coming. K-Rizzy's got his video with Junior T Productions. T Fanny's got her new one coming. There's a few. There's a few bits, and then I don't want to talk about it too much, but we've got something that we've started to film called Sneaker Future.
Sneaker Future.
Yeah,
okay.
And that's gonna be something for the artists here in Calgary. For the moment, that's all I can say.
That's all you're gonna say. That
we've got stuff that
I can imagine it. That sounds dope as hell, man.
Yeah,
that's crazy. So, when you talk about blending London and Calgary, do you see any similarities? Like, what do you mean by blending? Do you want to show like the difference between London and Calgary and how they're both hip hop, or like do you see very similar stuff?
But there's hip hop everywhere, bro.
That's true.
Like Calgary, I'll be real. Calgary's not like London. It's not.
It's not. Yeah.
It's like even Toronto. Toronto's busy, but it's not on the same level. I would say Toronto, New York, and London all have the same sort of vibe.
Okay.
You understand? I mean,
yeah, I understand.
They're busy cities. Calgary's a bit more quieter.
Mellow, quiet.
Exactly. But my whole thing is I want London, because I know how we are in London. We're loud, we're brazen, we like to film stuff, all of this. So my whole thing is, how can I make Calgary look a bit more lively or do that sort of stuff?
Spark.
Exactly. So how I try to film any of my stuff, I want it sounds bad saying it like this, but I want it to look like Calgary, but I don't want it to look like Calgary.
You want it to have that London feel.
A London feel, but in Calgary. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
So it's just doing that, that's one thing. A lot of the beats, some of the artists that I mess with here, a lot of the beats they mess with are, if they're not Gold Flame, they're UK beats.
Oh, okay.
So that's where, again, Vars, for instance, when he done his street heat, Vars was skipping over a grime beat. Easy, and he wrote to it and he flowed on it nice. But
that's crazy.
This is what I'm trying to say. So I would rather go to artists and say, you know what, I feel you sound good on this.
Yeah.
Let me put you here.
Guide them towards the right direction.
Exactly.
That's crazy, man. So like, can you name any London artists that you've worked with that maybe some people in Calgary want to check out? And maybe vice versa? So like a couple that you would like highlight from London that you want people in Calgary to check out, and a couple Calgary artists that maybe some people out in London want to check out.
There's Lawless.
Okay. These are from London first?
Yeah, these are London. Lawless, they're everywhere. Nate NVN, 100%. Deeper. There's Chinks Phase, Exo Man. These guys all got good followings as well. Like, they're doing bits. Who else is there? Oh, Mills Anderson. There's a few. Yeah,
There's a few. That's dope. So everybody check that out, and they can go check this out on your platform.
Yeah.
All right. What's the platform for people that want to check it out right now?
WH Calgary.
Okay.
Everything WH Calgary.
Okay, and that's one. WH Calgary all together?
All together, yeah.
All right, sounds good, man. Everybody go check that out. So, like, let's say you have some viewers out in London checking this interview out, and they're like, okay, we want to check out some Calgary artists. Which ones would you throw their way?
I would say Savon,
Okay.
Sincere,
Okay.
K-Riz, Black Star, Seraphin.
Okay.
What is his name? 86. Who else is there?
Those are some fire artists right there, though.
They are, but this is the thing. There's
so many
There's
more.
so many. Oh, Billy Bishop, 110%.
Yes, shout out Billy Bishop.
Whoa, I forgot about Billy. But yeah. I would say, bro, I can keep on naming, but
Yeah.
yeah.
That's facts, man. That's facts. So, WH Calgary, artist development, music videos. Do you plan on putting on any like showcases? Is that your thing, or are you skipping that whole type of movement?
Do you know what? WH is not a platform that does showcases at this present point. That's not what we wanted to do.
Okay.
That's not our lane, anything. That was
never the plan.
That was never the plan.
Okay.
Okay? We're a platform that we like to promote artists.
Promote artists.
We don't get me wrong, I do. Probably by the end of next year, we're going to try and put something on for the city. But at this present point, yeah, I don't. Okay. I'd rather put other artists to do their own sort of shows or anything like that, you know?
Definitely, 100%. So, like, have you ever thought of being a label then? If you really like helping all these artists, are they like part of WH Calgary, or are you just developing them and then they go on their way?
So, all right, how I've always said WH, there's no paperwork with nothing.
Nothing like that. Okay,
No.
It's not business oriented.
So, okay, I will talk about Black Star because he's the closest one I've had around me. From I've worked with him, all I've said is, hey, I'm going to put you into this position that you haven't been in before. So when I first met him, he was on SoundCloud. All right, we're going to do a tape. Goldie, we done a little advert for it. Okay, 20K streams. Okay, Young Black, we're going to actually do a proper rollout. I think it was 60K streams.
Oh, shit.
Okay,
cool.
For Calgary, we're like, this is big.
That's numbers.
When it was coming out. So the more we kind of worked and done things and built it up, and I like that because you know what? He listens. And it's not to say that artists don't listen, but you know, we're all adults, we all have our own egos.
It's true.
And I can't tell an adult, hey, your song is not, change that verse.
Yeah, it's not to the standard. You need to,
Because I know how most people will take it. Whereas I've said to him on a couple of songs, bro, I don't like that verse. Change that verse. And he'll say to me, I like the verse. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Change it. And he'll keep the verse and then I'll understand after. But then there's other tracks where he'll be like, you're right, let me change it here and I'll move this here. And it works.
Yeah.
So it's just about give and take. But I feel like there's a lot of sensitive people. So I can't really extend my hand to everyone.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
Makes sense,
yeah, 100%. Cool, man. So Black Star is on the rise. Who else are you working with right now that you can kind of showcase to the world?
There's T Fanny.
Okay, T Fanny.
She's putting in a lot of work. She just released her EP, Don't Box Me.
Okay, everybody check that out.
You Wish I Cared More. We just done a video for that when she opened up at the Palace VR.
Oh, I seen that. That one was fire.
What do you call it? To be, you know, it sounds biased. Everyone that you see around me all the time, that's who I'm working with.
Okay, so it's small circle, but it's the circle.
No, but here, this is what people get mixed up with, yeah? I am a platform, but I'm also a person. Like, when I started WH, I done WH by myself. And I was running by myself. I've said to everyone in the same breath, if you want to work with us, if you want beats, if you want advice, if you want this, just ask. But for some reason, you know, people don't really want to...
They don't want to,
They don't want to... Bro, it's everything. We do everything. We work with any and everyone. So if it's a new person, Black Star, T Fanny, K-Riz, those people around me now, they're around me because obviously we go studio. They work.
That's true, yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? Like, I can shout out, who else? Nevik. Nevik's a Bad Boy, like he's a sick producer.
Okay, he's
like,
a producer.
Yeah, never. He's another one. There's artists and producers around. It's just everyone just needs to. There's nothing in the city yet, so there shouldn't be no egos or anything. Let's just get the work done.
That's true, man. So like off that, what would you say that Calgary needs for it to like succeed as a music scene? Like, cause you know, like you said, Toronto, busy city. People think of Canada, they think it's straight to Toronto music. So what's gonna bring the eye or the ear over here to Calgary and make them stay?
When people start being honest. Yeah, because you can go studio with your friends and you can make a song. And yeah, I understand you'll put your all into that song. And it might not be, it just might not bang.
Yeah.
Your friends in the studio are going to tell you it's good because they're your friends.
Yeah.
You understand me? They're going to make you go and perform that song because they're your friends.
Yeah, they're gonna hype you up.
Exactly. Whereas in London, when I was an artist and I was coming up, I remember going to my block and rapping and having the oldest saying, "No, that's shit." So I went back and I wrote.
And got better.
And I came back until I was able to get in those ciphers. Then from those ciphers, I then went radio. From radio, I then went on to MTV. I think that's what's missing. People want to skip because everyone goes famous and viral now. There's no such thing as work. People are not making the music for the art of it no more. They want to just get lit and have bitches on boats and all of this sort of stuff.
Right away.
But there's no one, like, people don't take, well, a lot of people don't take, like, pride in their art anymore. And that's why when I met Sivan, for instance, before I'd met him, I knew just how he works and how he maneuvers. He's about his work. He takes pride in it. And there's certain people in the city that take pride in their work. The K-Rizzes, the Senseis and all of that, they take pride in it. It's not to say you can't make any other music, but just be honest with yourself, you know?
Yeah, 100%. So it takes honesty within the artist to evolve to that next step. Man, that's great. So like for WH Calgary, what's next for you, man? Like what's on the horizon that you want to let the people know and get them tapped into you?
We got WH Volume 2 coming.
Okay. And when is Volume 2 dropping?
We don't have a date yet, but Volume 2 is, for those that don't know, actually, we dropped Volume 1 a while ago, a couple of years ago, when I first got here.
Okay.
And the whole point was just to put UK artists and Calgary artists on the same tracks together. So then, obviously, when the tracks are getting released, the fans over in the UK are going to hear it and go, oh, and then the fans over here. So it's opening up the fan base. And that sold, we had about 100K. 100K streams, which was fine. But it's light.
That's light.
No, it's light now.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? It's light now. Black Star's nearly in 1 million. So
okay,
it's light
that's
now.
light.
But I want to do Volume 2, but this time I want it to be, because the sound that I want to come with, I don't want it to be the generic, just turn up. I want everyone who's involved in the project or doing what they're doing, it has to sonically sound a certain way. I want singers on there, I want rappers on there, and I want spoken word on there.
That's dope.
Like it's gonna hit everything. And I think my first project showed a different side of Calgary. So this side, I want to do exactly the same thing but bigger.
And that's really dope. And is that gonna be full production? Is like studio mix and master the songs and then performance shots? Or is it gonna be like freestyles?
No. It's gonna be, we're gonna have songs, it's gonna be mixed, mastered, everything like that. We're gonna have music videos, so you're gonna have the artists. You're gonna see the music videos mixed from the UK and Calgary with the artists that we're doing. We're gonna have the rollout for it as well. We're just gonna make sure this is done my way.
Oh, your way.
And it sounds shit, but when people understand what I say by my way, it will make sense.
Yeah, man, it totally makes sense because sometimes your way is the way that is gonna work, right? Yeah. That's the blueprint. That's what it is. That's really cool, man. So we got to know you a little bit. Got to know about the volumes. Is there any music videos that you want to highlight that you've worked on in the city right now that people can go check out?
No, the only one that I've worked on right now is the Tiffany, Wish I Cared More.
Wish I Cared More, okay.
Yeah, because at first, when I got back, I just wanted to focus on interviews. I didn't want to do as much else. But I thought, okay, let me just start on that. And then once we hit the 20 mark, and I was like, okay, now I'm going to go move over and do this. And then after a few music videos, that's when we're going to release Sneaker Feature. So, yeah, it's in order.
That's some fire, man. That's some fire. That's really good to know. So, like, if anybody wants to be a part of Volume 2, is there like a certain way to contact you? Maybe
DM me.
DM you, 100%.
I don't want to hear no crap. Just DM me.
No songs, no nothing.
Bro, just DM me. DM me and tell me that. Because you know what? I'll be real.
Yeah.
If you DM me and said, hey, I see what you're doing. I would love to be on Volume 2. I'll say, DM us your work. We'll go through it. We'll find something for you. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah,
that's all it is. But just DM. That's it. DM or email us.
Okay. That's really good to know, man. So everybody that wants to either be on Volume 2 or check it out, go to WH Calgary platform on Instagram or DM him directly, send him some of your work and see how it goes from there. Good luck to everybody. All right, man. Thank you so much for coming out today. And is there anything else that you want to let the people of Calgary, London, anywhere know about WH Calgary before we get off this podcast?
K-Riz, T-Fanny, Prophet, Young Puppy, Seraphin, Billy Bishop, Blackstar, Deezy, Deshaun, Sincere, Sivan, Nevek, J1, DJ Roxwell, Young Kazi, B Vita, Z the Free, I'm not done. JB Visuals, Pod Ties, The Kid T, Banknotes, and especially Nietzsche One, because without Nietzsche One, we wouldn't have the studio that we go and do our interviews with. We wouldn't be able to mix master. He is a bad boy producer, engineer, and an all-around solid person. So shouts to Nietzsche One at Non-Stop Music Makers. If I've forgotten your name, I apologize, but I just wanted to mention the artists off the top of my head that people should look out for.
Yeah, 100%, man. Thank you for that. And before we get off here, man, I want to ask you your top 3 hip-hop songs right now.
Right now?
Yes, sir.
Avelino, Magic. Kendrick, Savior. And Gigs and Tiny Boost, My Family.
Okay. Cool, man. Everybody check out those songs. This has been WH Calgary. I've been Mixed by Ferno. Thank you so much for watching the podcast, my people. Take care. Man, what'd I tell you? I had a good feeling about this one. That was WH Calgary here at Solar Studios. I Get Into the Bag podcast. My people, I had a great time. I hope you had a great time. Hit a like, comment. Tell me who else you want to see on the show and what else you want to see more of. I'll try to get it in for you. But my people, this has been a great episode. I hope you have a great day. Follow us. Next week's episode is going to be great. My people, take care.